Russell's great as a director. It's been really fun, really interesting, and I think that the journey with getting involved was an interesting one. I'd met Russell at a function quite some time before I heard he was doing this project, and we kind of we were introduced. We hung out for a bit. That was kind of nice just for me on I guess a bit of a like meet your heroes kind of level. And then I read somewhere that he had this script that he was developing, and so I kind of started chasing it at that same time. And we had a meeting in Sydney, and it was cool because he was as interested as I was, I think, in perhaps working together, and um, and that's where that kind of began. There was a day the other day when we had quite a bit to do together, and that was the first time I think that had truly I'd realised that that was happening as well, and that's always the way when you work with someone who you've admired for a long time. Uh, you do have that moment at some point on set where you're like, "This is happening. We're both in character. We're saying lines to each other. That's Russell Crowe, and we're in a movie. That's pretty cool." But no, he's wonderful. He's really generous, and I think it's awesome that he's able to direct from that position as well. He can get through a scene and is not only making choices for himself and trying to deliver a performance, but somehow thinking about all those other elements and what you're doing, so that at the end of the take, he can make an adjustment to your performance as well. And so there's a lot going on. It's pretty admirable. It's been really amazing learning, well, sort of seeing what these guys went through, and some of the little, I guess, seminars we had up at the farm were really eye opening. You really don't grasp the kind of the full magnitude of it until you see graphic images and talk about kind of the numbers, the numbers of the people that died. I mean, just unfathomable figures. It's been really kind of really crazy stuff. This shoot has definitely been a challenging one for we're sitting in a deluge right now, and that's pretty strange because I think the one thing everyone's been complaining about for months has been the heat. I feel like I cheated the system a little because I showed up last week and it had cooled down a bit, but this hasn't been one of those glamorous Hollywood movie shoots. It's been like getting out there in the dust and the mud and the wind and the sun and all the elements and kind of toughing it out. And it's been long days, but I think it's cool when you get a group of people who all want to create something special, and so they kind of leave their worries behind in that sense and just get on with it all together. And so that's been cool.